Hello and welcome to the Jameela Adams Experience. I'm your host, Jameela Adams, and on this podcast we discuss lifestyle tips for business women age 40 plus and talk about how they're changing the world. From careers to family and everything in between, I want you to be inspired, be inspiring, be encouraged, and be encouraging. But most of all, I want you to join in the experience. Let's get started. Hey everyone, thank you for joining this week's episode of the Jameela Adams Experience podcast. I'm so happy that you're here. Today I'm going to be continuing from the Problem and Solution series. And this week's topic is learn how to network and pitch yourself. And that's how we grow and become more known in our industry. We need to learn to network and pitch ourselves. So I've been very fortunate to be a part of different networking groups. Currently I'm in the Girl Powerhouse Network Mastermind founded by Tiffany Para. Also, I've been a part of different chambers and so on in my community. The thing about growing your tribe is learning how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. I know it's cliche, but it's true. Basically, you have to learn how to put your face out in front of people and talk to them who have no idea who you are. The best part about learning other people's pain points through networking is that you can possibly be the solution to their problem. And even if you aren't, you can talk to someone who can put you in front of the person you need to reach. And they can pass on your information and vice versa. That is the good thing about networking, because you don't know exactly who you're going to meet until you get there, in person or virtually. So it's always good to learn your pitch. And this is where it gets really interesting. So the best part about learning your pitch is trying to condense and be concise who you are, what you do, how you do it, and who you're trying to reach in under 30 seconds. To me, the best thing is like anywhere between 11 to 15 seconds. But the whole point is that you want people to learn who you are, how you do what you do, and who you're trying to reach. So I can't stress it enough. Practice your pitch. I was able to practice my pitch in front of my group and learn how to put something really good together. The tips helped me a lot. Just know that you will be critiqued because they're trying to help you learn and grow. And that's the whole point of doing it, is to learn to do better. When a situation comes up where you're at a networking event and you have to do the speed round, because I've had that happen virtually and in person, you only have 30 seconds. So in that 30 seconds, you got to get your spiel and keep it moving to the next person. So, like I said, practice. I can't stress it enough. Practice your pitch. I still have to practice my pitch too, because it's, different life experiences are now coming into my business life, and I have to put more things into my pitch. Like now, I'm a host of a podcast, so of course I have to put that in my business pitch as well. So just know that it takes time and it takes practice. The more you practice, the better you become. So the other thing too about learning to network and practicing your pitch is that the more people listen, the more it's possible that people will need your services. The other thing I can't stress enough too is you have to be your authentic self. I had a very interesting moment at a chamber meeting, and I got a new phone, and in the process of trying to take down people's information, I realized that I got locked out of some of my apps, especially one of them was my business card app. So I'm panicking in the corner trying to get this app to work. Well, later on, as we're doing the rounds and introducing ourselves, a gentleman noticed that I was panic-stricken in the corner, and he was like, "So, yeah, I saw your face. You didn't look too happy." I was like, "Yeah, I lost my sign-in." So, and even in that brief moment of a joke, a smile, a laugh, we were able to exchange information, and I was able to follow up with him. Anyway, but so sometimes you just have to roll with the punches, I guess. Another cliche. Because it's not going to be perfect. Your pitch is not going to be perfect, and that's okay. But if you show that you are enthusiastic about meeting people, there you go. So just be your authentic self. And it's okay to laugh at yourself sometimes because things happen. I know I laughed. And in fact, we both sat and laughed for like 5 minutes after the fact. So back to the main point of this episode is that you have to learn to network. For one, get yourself out there, especially if you have a great product, because you are your product. You represent your brand. As we were continuing from last week about building your brand. What is your brand? You are your brand. You are the face of your organization. So you have to learn how to network and get in front of people. And as time progresses, when you get really good at practicing your pitch, people will take notice and they will know that you know what you're talking about because, one, you are the voice of authority in your industry. So take it serious because you are, you can be jokey, but take it serious at the same time. Anyway, so next week we'll still be in the problem and solution series. So I just want you to know that I'm so appreciative to have this opportunity to speak with you and to share my tips with you. So until next week, be inspired, be inspiring, be encouraged, and be encouraging. But most of all, I want you to be you. Take care, and I'll chat with you next week.